I'm, of course, in New York City with my good buddy TGV. Had to make a special delivery of a mop. I had to bring a mop to New York City. Mother of Pearl, Japan edition. So I figured, why not get some other watches up in his business. And today, finally, getting both variants of the Porsche Design in hand on his wrist, because he once said, I think the first time we met, you were still looking at the Lemania 5100, the Lemmy, and I was trying to persuade him that the Valjoux, the 50, is the way to go, because we have the same wrist size. But this is the first time I've been able to put both in front of you at the same time so you can make an educated decision.
You just want to get my reaction on this, don't you? You just want to see me.
I just want to
You're lucky I've just bought this, because otherwise, I'm going to, yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Do you still have your Fortis Cosmonaut with a Lemania?
No, I sold it. Okay. I'll be brutally honest with you. I sold it because I knew that at some point I'm going to have to service it.
Yep.
And that movement is notoriously expensive to do, and also replacement parts are difficult to source. And it was working perfectly, but if it's sitting in the safe, I'm trying to downsize.
Yeah, long lens. It's I can back that up. It's 1,100 for a service plus parts if you need the parts, and the base plate alone is 650. So I myself am getting out of the Lemania business, but context for this.
So you think I was right to do that? Because I don't really miss it. I have to be honest.
Then you were right to do it.
Okay.
At the end of the day.
Don't get me wrong. It's a beautiful watch.
Yeah. The Omega 1045 movement is their version of it, so there is cross compatibility with parts on those two movements.
Okay.
But this is more about a sizing thing. I wanted you to hold the Valjoux and the Lemania at the same time.
Oh, wow.
Just so you could know in your mind that the Valjoux is going to fit our wrist, fit your wrist better, hypothetically, if you ever want to get into a Porsche design.
Yeah, this is the problem, is I'm drawn to the Lemania, because obviously the Valjoux is a thicker movement, way heavier, and also...
It renders as thinner.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm certain. Like if you put those on wrist, it's like 1-ish, 2-ish millimeters thinner, which is why it's a better fit than the Lemania.
Okay, yeah, you're right, I can see that. Okay, fine. I stand corrected.
Yeah, here's the thing. For some reason, a Valjoux 7750 can be thick from some producers
and others,
and not. If you have a display case back, that's definitely going to increase the thickness, but these are both closed case back, and I just adore the watch.
Yeah, you're right.
You can tell it's got, I even have it on my shirt for sale at hobbyofhours.com. There's an F14 on here and some Yahoo on a motorcycle that has the need for speed or something. I just wanted to close the loop with you on this discussion debate.
I still kind of lean towards this, even though the movement isn't.
Plus, it has screwed-on crown, the Lemania.
It
Valjoux.
does? Oh,
supposedly, some of the Valjoux do, but I don't think that's correct. Every Valjoux variant of this I've had has been push-in crown.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, it's interesting. There's less space from the top, from the dial to the crystal. So they've saved space there, and maybe that's part of it. Yeah, look at the bezels. Look at this, just goes straight up. It's like a dish. And and this is
a little angular.
Yeah, I think that's helped to, because if you actually look where the case meets, there's a lot of more height.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. Well, here's the thing. The Valjoux here, that's the Mario Andretti execution. Well documented.
You know what? I changed my mind.
It's the very first one, German day wheel. In A Man in His Watch, it's well documented that was Mario's watch, and they gifted him one.
Right.
He fell asleep on a beach. Someone stole it, and when they
while
he was sleeping, off of his wrist on the beach, and when Porsche Design Bootsy found out, they shipped him out another one.
So why are you provoking me by showing me this?
Look, shout out to Moyer, Derek, and the entire team there. That's where we first met in person.
Yeah.
And I actually wore it there.
You wore this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. I think I wore the Lemania. I wore one of them. I'd entered my Seiko Flightmaster Automatic Flighty into the contest, didn't win, but I think it caught your eye in the case.
Yeah.
And we were discussing it, so that's going on 3-4-ish years now.
Yeah.
And I never got to complete the loop with you. You got to have them both in hand to determine which one is for you. That's generally speaking of any watch.
No, you're absolutely right. This is the one. If I'm going to buy one, this is the one.
Yeah. Just looking to help inform your decision, Bruder, that's all.
Yeah. If I come home with another chrono, are you selling these?
Not currently. That's
Okay.
part of my investment packet.
That's your, okay.
Yeah.
Investment packet.
Here's the thing. Watch predictions are few and far between. I predicted that these were going to go up after Top Gun 2 came out, which they unequivocally did. So I gobbled up a bunch before. If you ever want one, let me know. I'll peel one off from the vault.
Because, it's interesting. What a very niche thing to invest in.
I was right for once, though, because it's triple, quad. I'm going to hold on to them until they're going between,
Really?
between 6 and 8K, just like the Hoya Carrera bump of years ago.
Okay.
And it's going to pay for a huge chunk of my adventures. That's why I'm going to deal with that. Yeah.
Okay.
But you'll get the front price, Bruder.
Okay.
All right.
Let me recover from this.
Yeah, recover from that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for the time, my man.
No,
and
thank
thank
you.
you for the time as well. Hope that you are on this wonderful, beautiful hobby of ours. You're doing well. And that you get to sell watches to Tristano one day. We will catch you in the next one. Peace! If you'd like to support the channel, head over to hobbyofhours.com. We've got artwork, coffee mugs, hats, t-shirts, and even a watch book. 1001 Watch Designs, Volume 1. Over 1,000 designs in here. Steampunk, super futuristic, kaleidoscope, even super real ones. Watches that you could probably put on your wrist today. It's a great way to support the channel. Thanks for coming along on the ride.